Hello everyone, this is Rebecca Warrington from rjmindbody.com. Welcome to Mindful Meditation. So today we continue with focusing on the solar plexus chakra or the Manipura chakra. And I'm going to go over a few little things, little tidbits in addition to what we've been talking about, anything that might be interesting. But this Manipura chakra is the chakra of our personal power. And when this chakra is out of balance, we don't feel that power. We feel very insecure. We don't trust our instincts. We're very disconnected from our sense of worth. We don't feel like we're good enough. So there's a lot of, in this particular chakra, which is above the navel and just below the chest, and it wraps around, it's the whole, not just the front of the body, but the back. That chakra actually starts from the back, the middle back, and it radiates all the way around. So the majority of the chakra stays within this space, but then of course it radiates beyond, and it impacts all the other chakras, like all the chakras impact one another. But when you lack in personal power, you lack you tend not to take risks. You are fearful. You tend to be a little bit more fearful, or maybe a lot, very fearful. So you stay in your little comfort zones all the time. And even though you know that deep down inside you want to do something different, or you want to make a change, or there's this desire, strong desire, which comes from the second chakra. This is the third chakra. You know, there's something that's very exciting to you. You want to do something different, and then all of a sudden, but there's not enough of the solar plexus energy, or it's off kilter. And the off kilter solar plexus chakra isn't something that can stem from when you're a child. Something experiences as children, things that you heard, self-beliefs that you've developed over the years, that became part of who you are, or who you believe you are, not who you are. And until we kind of face those head on as just belief systems, they're not reality-based, they're illusions, and that we can as easily change those ways of things of saying, we can change what we say to ourselves, as easy, and we could change the words we say to ourselves. And one of the things that really hit home for me is that, we spend a lot of our time, many of us anyway, if you're into meditation, you're probably very conscious about what you put in your body in terms of food, nutrition. Maybe you're a vegetarian, or you're very conscious of what you put in. And which is a wonderful thing, because that keeps you healthy, and it keeps you mentally healthy and physically healthy. But so often we forget that the words we put into our bodies on a regular basis, not consciously all the time for sure, are as toxic, or maybe even more toxic, than the food you put in your body. Because at least the food has its way of, even if you have a bad day and you kind of binge on something, eventually you eliminate it, right? Words stick, and these belief systems are usually so inbred in us. We're not inbred in us, but they're so much a part of us that we can't. We don't know. We believe those to be the truth. And so the reality is that they're not. They're just words. So before we had words, if we didn't have a way to describe it, we might have had a negative feelings. We might have felt negative, but could we put words on it? It'd be interesting if we could go back in time and see what that's about. So we're going to go through, we're going to do a meditation with around the solar plexus. And I just wanted to add a few more little tidbits. about some of the physical symptoms. The energy center is located right in the center of the abdomen. So where I said physical symptoms of unbalanced will manifest as problems in the digestive system, indigestion and stomach upset, ulcers, etc. You might have problems with overeating or not eating enough, unbalanced temperature, too cold or too hot, lethargy, weight gain around the belly area. So this is quite interesting, isn't it? And it makes a lot of sense, because if you have a lot of anxiety and you're holding on to a lot of negative emotions, that your digestive system is impacted, because your gut is also very much has neurotransmitters just like the brain does. So what happens is that you start to experience issues in the stomach if you're anxious or upset. The emotional symptoms include inability to fulfill goals and intentions, lack of boundaries, a need to constantly please others, low self-esteem. You might feel like you lack a sense of direction for your life. Or you might be someone who has a lot of ideas but don't have the momentum or the drive to act on them and realize your full potential. If you find yourself being too aggressive or even bully-like, this is a great indication that you should probably check your solar plexus chakra balance. So there's underactive versus overactive. Underactive, of course, is with all other chakras, the solar plexus can be over or underactive. Underactive are those that diminish the symptoms listed above, such as being too cold as opposed to a normal body temperature, and overactive tend to inflate physical symptoms. There's a lot here. So there's a lot to, and I'll add on to this. So bringing the chakras to a balance, we're going to do that with this meditation. But some of the things they say in terms of yellow, the color yellow is the color associated with this chakra, and the element is fire. So yellow, anything yellow makes a big difference in how you feel, and that makes sense. Wear yellow colors. I don't have yellow colors. Maybe I need to buy some. Get outside and bask in the yellow sunlight, for sure. What a difference that makes, right? Eat more yellow foods, whole grains, summer squash, pineapple, sunflower seeds. Do different types of yoga, diaphragm, using your diaphragm. So I'm a yoga teacher too. So laughter yoga, do some laughter. Laugh a lot, that makes a difference. Sun salutations, warrior pose, and things like that. So spend time outside of your comfort zone. Take risks, get out of your comfort zone. Try things you haven't done before. That's the only way. And repeat the word Ram, which is a mantra. Ram. This is the seed mantra sound of solar plexus chakra to help bring it into balance. So Ram. And we're going to do that towards the end of this this meditation. Okay, so let's find a comfortable seat, wherever that might be, either sitting on a chair or sitting on a cushion. Make sure your spine is nice and straight, you don't want too much of anything or too little of anything. So that means you don't want to be too rigid, but you don't want to be too relaxed. You find the midpoint. That's what balance is all about, right? And take a few moments to settle in, closing the eyes or keeping your eyes to the ground with a soft gaze. And just bring your attention into the solar plexus. And what that means is just drop your mind's eye right there. And you might, it's not easy to do because you think, well, what am I seeing? Nothing. You're just imagining your mind inside. And what helps me is I always place my hand on the solar plexus area, or the place I want the mind to drop to kind of give it a little bit more of a direction. And then I start to breathe into that space. Now in the solar plexus space, when you're breathing into your rib cage, which is a yogic breath, it's easy to connect with the solar plexus. So this is the center of our being, the solar plexus. It's the center of our core. And it's where our true self lies. We think so anyway. And I want you to begin to imagine the color yellow. And that color yellow is like a pinprick size right around the solar plexus. Inside. So we're going inside the body. And every time you exhale, that pinprick color yellow starts to get larger, expand, radiate. So from that center, there's this radiating color yellow, like a sun. And it begins to expand throughout the solar plexus area, all the way to the, make sure it goes all the way to the back, or you can start from the back, from the spine, which is actually where chakras begin. And let it expand forward into the front of the body. So just staying with the solar plexus space to begin with. And then start to let that vibrant color, maybe it's fire, maybe it's the actual sun. Whatever comes to your mind, is maybe it's a sunflower or a flower. And as you breathe out, it starts to expand beyond the solar plexus, and it radiates down to the belly. And it radiates up through the chest into the heart chakra. And then it radiates all the way behind you, so that the whole trunk of your body is filled with the color yellow, the fire, the sun. And then it begins to radiate even further down the legs, the hips, and then the legs, down to the feet, and then all the way up through the arms, the shoulders, the head, the face, the back of the head, all the way down the back of the spine. So your whole body now is consumed in this warm, yellow color, and if it's a fire, it's a warm fire. And just take a few moments and keep breathing in and noticing how every time you exhale, it radiates even further. And this light is the light of your own self-motivation. The light of your destiny. The light symbolizes your desire to act upon your aspirations and fulfill them. Ribbons of this light infuse your body, starting with the abdomen with warm golden energy, moving to your throat, head, and lower body. And this lemon light now surrounds you as a shield of confidence. So it represents the very things you want. But the color and the energy infuses the confidence in you. And filaments of this light infuse your whole body with motivational energy. Just take a few moments and let that start to sink in. Absorb the power of this energy, a shield of confidence. And if your thoughts begin to come, just come back to your breath, come back to the color, come back to this energy. And every time you breathe out, it gets larger and larger. If it starts to get smaller again, just because you feel like you're losing your energy, then come back to it. Come back to the breath and start again. When our mind wanders off, we lose that energy. And it begins to dissipate. But simply by returning to the breath and concentrating and focusing on the breath as the vehicle, the thing that propels that energy, expands the energy, all of a sudden the energy returns. So don't worry, it's natural for your mind to wander off, or for it to be distracted by a noise, but keep coming back to the center, back to your solar plexus, where that right light of energy started off very small. So you come back and you re-expand it, revisit it. Confidence, the shield of confidence. I love it. So when you're unsure or you don't have the motivation, just come back to that solar plexus. Come back to that energy, right in the center of your body. And begin to feel your confidence rising. And with it, your desire to try new things. Feel your whole being rising to new challenges and overcoming them. So just taking a few more moments on your own. Just as if you're laying in a field with the sun, or on a beach, wherever you wish to be, with the sun warming your body. And it's the perfect amount of heat, not too much and not too little. And how that feels, not on only certain areas of your body, but your whole body absorbs it. And it has an effect on your mood. You feel more capable, more at ease. You believe in things that you might not normally, because the sun is power. It has this wonderful energy to help induce motivation and confidence. So bring that sun inside the body. And it's always there. And we're going to do some chanting. So as you just take a moment, just breathe in. And as you breathe in to your belly, and then you breathe out, let the belly pull in. And breathe in. And breathe out. So as you breathe in, the belly expands, and as you breathe out, draw the belly in. And breathe out. And now inhale, and we chant Ram. Inhale and chant Ram. Inhale. Ram. Inhale. Ram. Inhale. Ram. Inhale. Ram. Inhale. Ram. Inhale. Ram. One more time. Inhale. Ram. And just come back to your natural breathing. And the yellow light still surrounds you. All the areas in the solar plexus absorb the light and energize. And repeat each of the following affirmations silently or aloud after it is spoken. I have great personal power. I am motivated to fulfill my goals and intentions. I follow my destiny. I am successful in all my endeavors. I know my direction in life and remain focused on it. I act on my ideas and make them reality. I see the results from my efforts. I respect and love my whole being. I stand up for what I believe. I confidently express myself. And just spend a couple more minutes in silence, as you continue to keep this healing light energized. As you breathe, streams of this beautiful light weave in and out around your abdomen, infusing you with confidence and motivational energy. And I will let you know when the meditation is complete. So let's gently start to come back into the awareness of this room, on the seat we're sitting on. Keeping your eyes closed just for a moment. Begin to breathe in and out. Bring your attention back to the breath. Awareness of the breathing in and the breath out. And then gently begin to open your eyes. Allow your eyes to adjust to the light of the room, but keeping your breath moving rhythmically in and out, naturally. Letting your body just adapt to easing yourself out of a meditation rather than rushing out. And then start to wiggle fingers and wiggle toes. Wake up those feet. Sometimes your feet fall asleep. And take your time here. It's so important that you make the transition from your meditation into going back into the real world or to the material world, because you've entered such a deep space that you take your time to adjust. And when you're ready, you take some of this with you. It doesn't just go away. It's not the same as when your eyes were closed or when you're in the meditation, but you're carrying with you your cells. Every organ in your body, everything in your body has been taken on a journey in a place where it doesn't typically go. So when you get up and you get going, you get on with your day or whatever you have next, there's this sense of, but let your body adjust slowly, because there's so much, it just has happened to it. Because we can't see what's going on inside, we don't believe it's there, or we know it's there, but we don't see it. But it's there. There's so much inside of us that's happened when we're doing a meditation. So take your time, ease yourself out. So bring your hands to your heart center, and this is an opportunity just to send yourself love and compassion, gratitude, not only to yourself, but sending it to everyone else, all beings, not just people, but beings. Have a lovely, lovely rest of the day. I will see you soon. Namaste.